Hello and welcome to the Nintendo Switch box size comparison. We will now compare the Nintendo Switch box alongside other gaming consoles boxes just so you know how big the box actually is. First, we have the Nintendo Wii U Legend of Zelda edition. How big is the Legend of Zelda box compared to the Switch box? Well, as you can see, much bigger. About the same width. Definitely wider. Same on this side. And here we have the Arkham Knight Edition PS4 version. Again, a lot bigger than the Nintendo Switch one. Side comparison. Other side comparison. Here we have the regular PS4. Same deal. So we can see that Switch box is actually kind of small compared to all the former gaming consoles we have had out there. This time we have that Nintendo 3DS box. And as you might expect, this one is actually smaller than the Switch. 3DS is smaller by itself, but the box is not that much smaller, as you can see. It's actually kind of impressive how much power that little thing has in such a small device. And here we have the PlayStation TV. This time is a Switch that dwarfs by a lot. Pretty impressive. And now we have the new Nintendo 3DS Happy Home Designer Edition. Pretty similar to the standard 3DS. Maybe this more is a little bit smaller. And now side comparison for the Nintendo Switch Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game case. We have a GameCube game, Wii game, Wii U, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PS Vita, PSP, DS, and a 3DS. So let's start. So as you can see, it's basically the exact same as a PSP case, only thinner. And here we have the Nintendo Switch Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game car. It is tiny, but we'll do a comparison. We'll do a comparison again. Here is a standard CD size, so this will be the same for the PS2, PS3, 4, PS1, Wii, and Wii games. Here is again a PSP UMD. against a Nintendo 3DS game card. A Nintendo DS game card. And finally, a PS Vita game card, which they're pretty close to the same. Yep, basically the same. So the game case is the same as a PSP, and the game card is same as a Vita. And here is against a GameCube disc, which, as we remember, it is basically half the size of a regular CD. And last but not least, we will actually be taking a look at the console. So here it is, well, still in the box. We got the actual tablet-like console and the neon red, neon blue Joy-Cons. Here's the tablet itself compared to the Wii U gamepad. It's a lot smaller though, but the screen is pretty much the same size, as you can see. And here it is with the Joy-Cons attached. Again, it is still smaller than the Wii U gamepad. Not by much now, but definitely much thinner. Very, very different systems. Here is next to a PS4. Both now the same generation consoles, but the difference is staggering. Here is the actual Wii U console. The screen alone is pretty much the front of it. Next, we have a couple of handhelds. We have the new Nintendo 3DS, 3DS XL, regular 3DS, the DS Lite, and the PS Vita TV or PlayStation TV. I don't actually own a Vita or anything else Xbox related. That's why I'm comparing to Xbox related. Here it is standing next to an iPad 2. And next to the iPad 2 without the Joy-Cons. It's actually wider than the iPad 2. Not by much, but just slightly. Everything else, much smaller. And the last thing we have to compare is something for those of you who have not played any games for the last 2 to 3 last generations. It is a GameCube. So here it is compared to a GameCube, which at one point was considered the smallest console, and what Nintendo calls is the reason why the Switch is portable, because of the handle right here. It's progressive thinking, I guess. And that ends it. That is our Nintendo Switch comparison of the box and the system against other boxes of systems and their systems. Bye.